We'll have this 4-column space over on the right hand side, and this is where we're going to add a sidebar for our blog. Just like the finished version, which you see here, it will have some sections with some information about the spa, and also we can filter down by categories or by the month it was created. Then a little social media section at the bottom too. Over in the blog.html, we can create some space just above this closing row. If it helps, we can add a comment inside of here. Say this is the closing row. And also we can say this is the container, just so it's more clear where we're at. Then we create our div. In fact, we'll add this as an aside since it's a sidebar. The sidebar is going to have a class to make it 4 columns wide on smaller devices and above. So called SM4. This sidebar will contain the 4 blocks as we just looked at. The first is just a little bit about the spa. So a surrounding div for this block. This div will have a class of py-free, just to add some spacing on the top and bottom. A title for this block of font italic. And the title of about. Then the text in the p elements. The p elements will have a class. So we'll add margin bottom of 0. Then I'm going to paste in the text for this one. I'm just going to grab this off the finished site. Paste this in. Followed by a horizontal rule with the HR element just below this. Let's check this out over in Chrome. Reload our blog page. Next up, we have the archive section. So on the finished version, this is going to be a ordered list, which is going to have each list item as a date. So we can start with a surrounding div as a container. So it's still within the col SM4. A new surrounding div. Just like above, this is going to add a class of py-free to add our spacing. We're then going to add a level 4 heading. This is also going to be italic with the font italic class, and then the title of archives. Our items are going to be inside a ordered list. This ordered list is going to have some Bootstrap classes. The first one is going to be list unstyled. List unstyled removes the default list style and the left margin on our list items. And then we'll set the margin bottom to be 0. These list items will have a link nested inside. And we can add some dates into here. And then a href for the A element. And we can just leave this empty. All we need to do now is copy and paste this in a few more times. Add some random dates into here. These will be generated by WordPress later on. Save and then refresh inside of Chrome. And that's all we need to do now for the archives. Next, we're going to do a similar section, and this will be for the categories. So a new div, just before our aside section. Following the same pattern. The class of py-free. A title, which is going to be level 4. Class of font italic. And the text of categories. This will also take in a ordered list with the same classes as above. This one will be list unstyled to remove any list styling, and also set the margin bottom to be 0. The list items also nested with a link inside, a empty href, and we can add in the news, and we can also add in the offers too. The final section is for our followers section, which is going to be some social media links using the font or some icons. So we'll create our div, class of py-free. Inside here, our level 4 heading once more, which is again going to be italic, with the text of followers. And this is going to have some I elements for our icons. First class of FAB, and then FA Facebook. This is going to be square, and then FA times 2x to make them twice the size. Let's add another 3 into here. This next one wants to be Twitter. And then Instagram, which doesn't need the square. And then finally, Pinterest. Save this. And reload. And this is our sidebar now complete. And in fact, this is our blog page also complete. So we've now got a blog template, which we can convert to WordPress in a later section. Next up, we'll finish off our Bootstrap template by adding a contact us page.